This topic is on social self. Social relationships are intricate webs of connections and interactions that define human existence. These relationships are shaped by various fundamental concepts, and wherein each concepts are playing a crucial role in understanding the dynamics of social interaction. So, exploring these concepts, it would provide us a comprehensive framework to understand, to navigate the complexities of what we call the social life. Social psychology. Um, it is a study of how other people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors affect individuals or each other. So, at the core of social relationship, um, there are behaviors that influence, or it is a factor of how people behave in a social situation and how each actions affect each individual that they are having an interaction with. So it delves into the intricacies of perception, also influence and interpersonal connections. Next is person perception. Just the process of forming impressions and making judgments about others. And it involves interpreting cues or signals, such as, for example, the physical appearance, their behavior, and the nonverbal communication also to create a more complex or more in-depth understanding of individuals. For social norms, these are unwritten rules or expectations within a society or group which guide our behavior. So these norms define what is acceptable, what is unacceptable, and also shapes the foundation of our social interactions. For group dynamics, we have to understand the group dynamics because it is essential for comprehending and understanding the patterns of interaction, how we communicate, and the influence or our influence within a group. So this encompasses roles, leadership also, and individual contributions sa collective nga pag-function sang isa ka group. So that's group dynamics. For conformity, it reflects the human tendency to align thoughts, attitudes, or behaviors with other members of the group. So, ang inclination yan, it is driven by the influence of social norm and also ang innate desire or natural desire of a person to be accepted or to belong in a community. So we were talking about social roles earlier. These are expected behaviors. They are tied to specific positions or statuses in a group or society. So individuals often juggle multiple roles also, and these roles they significantly shape their identity and their behavior on how they would act inside the group or inside the community. Anong nature and depth of relationships? So their spectrum of relationships it can range from casual acquaintanceships or pwede man nga profound romantic partnerships. It is marked by different intensities or variated intensities of intimacy, closeness, and also commitment. And understanding these different levels, it is vital for effective social navigation. enduring evaluations or feelings toward people, object, or ideas. These are called attitudes. And these attitudes, they influence behavior and can be shaped or can be molded by both social influences and also your own personal experiences. That those are the factors that can influence or that can alter your attitude. For stereotypes, these are generalized beliefs about particular groups of people. So they emerge from social categorization. They can also lead to biases in assumptions based, for example, on what should be your rank in a certain group. So, for example, females, they might assume, they might stereotype females as those lang gid nga based on physical appearance, but then they have they have doubts if they see that certain particular physical appearance doing male jobs or being employed in male jobs. So it is not normal for them to see a female mechanic, for example, and they feel uncomfortable and they are in a situation in one. So for communication, it serves as a lifeblood of social relationships and also involving the exchange of information, thoughts, and feelings through verbal or non-verbal means. So effective communication is significant. It is crucial for understanding and for connecting with others. With effective communication, you can build trust and reciprocity. Trust acts as a bedrock of many social relationships involving the beliefs that others will act predictably and reliably. Reciprocity, it is the mutual exchange of benefits and it is equally vital man for maintaining healthy relationships. So it is a give and take process because if the situation would be one will wala siya may ginabutang on the table to help the relationship grow, it is a toxic relationship. Next is conflict resolution. Because conflict is an inherent part ng social relationships man, it necessitates us nga kinahanglan nato ni understand and i-resolve ang any conflict na arise. So effective conflict resolution, it involves open communication. It also involves compromise. And you should have or you should find mutually satisfactory solutions. The enhancement and improvement of relationships, they stem from the application of key ideas derived from various study of social relationships. So, meron kitang mga actionable steps to contribute or that would contribute to improvement. First is you cultivate or you foster empathy. What do we mean by this? We actively listen to others, we consider different perspectives, and we show genuine concern for others' well-being. So we care for their viewpoints, and we always try to cultivate their well-being as well, not just ours. Next is effective communication. We should express thoughts and feelings clearly. We should listen actively and be um, receptive to feedback and also encourage a two-way flow of information. For respecting social norms, We adhere to cultural and societal expectations, and we also foster an environment of acceptance and cooperation. Next is we build trust. How do we build trust? We ourselves, we should be reliable, we should be consistent, and we should be honest. So we demonstrate integrity in our actions. Next is understand and manage conflict. We develop conflict resolution skills. We address conflicts and we address conflicts constructively dapat through compromise and dialogue. Next, we promote or we foster positive attitudes. We cultivate optimism and positivity. We focus on strengths and we appreciate differences. Next, since we mentioned earlier that not all people are comfortable with those nga hindi common para sa ila, we should also challenge stereotypes. So we avoid reliance on stereotypes and we treat each person as an individual. So let us be mindful of social roles. When we recognize and understand societal roles, we encourage a flexible approach to roles within relationships. And also, we should encourage inclusivity. We promote, we embrace diversity. We promote an inclusive mindset. In group collaboration, we should understand the group dynamics. We contribute actively to collaborative efforts. And then we highlight or we share positive experiences wherein we share positive memories with one another, and then it would strengthen our bonds through shared activities as well. Next is we set or we establish boundaries. So communicate and respect personal boundaries and foster a sense of safety and trust. For continuous growth and adaptation, we should acknowledge that all relationships evolve. So be open to growth, be open to change, and you should reflect on personal behavior. So you regularly assess and reflect on personal actions, and you strive also for personal growth. By actively applying this set of steps, individuals contribute to the development of a healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Building strong social connections is vital, is significant, and also it is a dynamic process requiring ongoing effort and self-awareness also, and also a commitment dapat to understanding and respecting others. Meaningful social relationships characterized by depth, mutual understanding, and connection. They go together on critical factors. So should identify and evaluate these factors wherein we should provide insights into the elements that contribute to the richness and also the sustainability of relationships. For our effective communication, we should identify open. How do we identify it? It should be open, honest, and effective communication. It is crucial for meaningful relationships. And how do we evaluate? It should be regular and transparent communication. It fosters intimacy and trust. For trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationships, and it is built through consistent, positive, um, reliant interaction with one another, providing security within the relationship. For empathy or understanding others' feelings, you should understand and share, empathize with others. It fosters emotional connections and also a supportive dynamic. For respect, you should respect for the values, opinions, and the boundaries that others had set. And it should create an environment of acceptance and equality. For shared values and goals, it provides purpose. So alignment of your values and goals, it strengthens the connection of the people in a group and also their cooperation. For emotional support, being there during challenging times, it builds resilience, and emotional support strengthens the emotional bond of the members of the group. For boundaries, clearly defined boundaries, it respects individuality, and setting healthy boundaries, they contribute to a sense of safety. For conflict resolution skills, since conflicts are inevitable, they can they are crucial and must be addressed, but they can only be seen as a constructive part of the or aspect of the relationship if it is addressed constructively. So effective resolution, it prevents damage to the relationship. For quality time, meaningful time together is vital, and quality time fosters connection and intimacy. Next, flexibility and adaptability. Relationships actually require flexibility. It prevents, because flexibility and adaptability prevents stagnation. It prevents boredom and inspires other or each member of the group in a relationship to work better on themselves. Next, positivity and gratitude. Positive attitude and gratefulness, they maintain uh, constant and crucial satisfaction in a relationship. So, dapat may enhanced and regular satisfaction when it comes to relationships. Shared experiences, creating positive experiences, strengthens bond, and it also reinforces emotional connection. And this is what we mean by what we said earlier about personal development. It the relationship should inspire individual growth for each member of the group or the community. It is supporting uh, it ensures that supporting growth of each member of the community ensures a dynamic relationship. So you can see here, meaningful social relationships, they thrive on a combination of those said critical factors, and evaluating and also actively cultivating these elements contribute to the richness and depth of relationship, fostering a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction for all the individuals involved, for all the members of the said group or the said community. Understanding the distinction between behaviors that contribute to acceptable social relationships and those that are not acceptable is crucial for fostering healthy and positive interactions. A differentiation between the two, the acceptable and not acceptable, it can guide individuals in navigating the social dynamics effectively. So these are the acceptable and unacceptable behaviors, the opposing behaviors that were mentioned earlier. When we say respectful communication, the acceptable behavior is you should engage in open, honest, and respectful communication. And it is unacceptable to be engaging in disrespectful language or undermining others. For empathy and understanding, it is acceptable to demonstrate empathy and understanding others' perspective, but it is unacceptable to ignore or invalidate others' feelings and perspectives. Trustworthiness, building and maintaining trust through reliability and honesty. And it is unacceptable to be engaging in dishonesty or betrayal. Next is boundaries and consent, respecting personal boundaries and obtaining consent. So it is unacceptable to disregard personal boundaries or pressure others. For conflict resolution, addressing conflicts constructively through open communication, and it is unacceptable to be escalating conflicts through, for example, aggression or manipulation. Positive attitude, it is unacceptable to approach relationships with negativity or criticism. Dapat positive mindset. Collaboration and teamwork, collaborating effectively in groups and recognizing contributions. And it is unacceptable to prioritize personal interest over collective well-being. Next, equality and fairness. Treating others with equality and fairness, it is unacceptable to engage in discriminatory practices or promoting inequality. For support and encouragement, it is providing emotional support for the other members of the community aside from yourself, and then receiving also support and encouragement from them. It is unacceptable to withhold supporting behavior or to discourage others. For adaptability, being flexible and adaptable to change, and believe it or not, it is unacceptable to resist. No, resisting change or being inflexible. So behaviors that contribute to acceptable social relationships, for example, respect, empathy, trust, positive interaction, those are things that would help the relationship grow and you maintain a healthy relationship. Unacceptable behaviors, it involves actions that undermine the principles that were stated, and they can lead to conflict, mistrust, and the deterioration of your relationship. So it is essential for individuals to be aware of their behavior and to actively cultivate positive interaction. For also for the benefit of yourself and for the benefit of all the parties involved, for the benefit of all the members of the community. So that's it for the social self.